Hi, I'm Jon Hodoway, and I want to take a few minutes today and I'd like to compare some inside the waistband holsters. Now, every holster that I have here I've paid for, so what I'm going to give you is my unbiased opinion of each of these, and I want to do a little bit of comparison. I'll talk about what I like and what I don't like about each of these holsters. Now, to start off with, just to tell you what I carry every day is I carry a Nighthawk Custom Talon 2. It's got an aluminum frame on it. It's a 1911 style gun, a 45 ACP, and it's also got the bobtail on it. So this is my everyday carry gun. It's what I carry inside the pants, and it's a 45 ACP full-size grip, 1 inch shorter on the slide. And these holsters, for comparison, all kind of work with that same style gun, although any service pistol or any of the other guns would work with that. I do occasionally carry a full-length slide on a 1911 in this as well. Okay, so I want to kind of start off here and go through the evolution of these. The first one I want to talk about is from Comp-Tac, and this is one of their holsters. I don't remember the name of this particular holster, but this was the first holster that I ever bought for inside the waistband carry. Now, a couple of things that I do like about this holster: it was the very first one I ever bought that would remain open, so it didn't collapse on itself. I had tried the Royal Guard and some of the other ones, and I found some difficulty in reholstering. So what I liked about this one was, with the Kydex all the way around, you could reholster your gun once you had brought it out. That's really important to you. The second thing is with these straps, it held the gun and had some adjustability. What I found to be the weak points about this holster are as follows. When you transition with these leather straps right here, and you use the rubber and a lot of screws, there's lots of spare parts. I cannot tell you the number of days that I would come home and find that, I had the screws here in my socks, I had this still on the belt, and my holster had canted down into my pants further than I thought it was. Kind of an unpleasant surprise. Now, on the good part, the guys at Comp-Tac, always when I've seen them at matches or asked for stuff, have always been willing to hand me an extra little envelope full of hardware, and I've put this thing back together. As you can see, I have one clip on one side and one clip on the other because I lost one, I couldn't find it, and didn't ask for it last time I was at a match, so I've kind of cobbled it back together so it'll work. The other point that I did like about this is it's a straight draw, zero cant holster. So this works well as transitioning from my competition rig, which is a Comp-Tac rig, to this one. So it's straight up and down draw. I did like that about it. The next holster I went to is this one, which is the Crossbreed design holster, made by Mark Craighead out of Missouri. And this holster, and I'll be using this blue gun to kind of talk about how these work so you can see. This holster, again, almost a straight up and down cant. Crossbreed, meaning that it uses Kydex, leather, metal. This holster I really like. The only complaint that I have about this holster is the clips and the way the clips work on the belt. And I think that the other complaint that I have is it takes forever to get one. I got in on these when they were still fairly early to get, but now I understand there's a waiting period. Sometimes you can find them in stock at Midway and some of the other places, and they're a little bit pricey out in the marketplace compared to some of the other ones, but I found them really comfortable, and I found it to be an innovative design. The next holster that I'll show you that I went to was Galco. And Galco uses theirs on what they consider to be the FBI cant, which means that the gun has a little bit of a forward cant to it. So when you draw the gun, you have to be prepared to pull it out like that. If you think you're going to pull it out as a straight up and down draw, it locks up every time on the front sight, which there is no real front sight bead here that you notice. Some of these other ones have a front sight bead into them. The Galco does not. I would say simply this is a copy, and probably a low grade copy would be the way I would describe it. It is functional. You need to be familiar with using the forward cant or it's going to be a tremendous learning curve. I abandoned this holster relatively quickly. As you can see, it's not been used very much just because I found it very difficult to get the gun out of. It's fairly easy to get it into, but out of was kind of a tough trick to make. The final holster, and this is the holster that I'm carrying today. This is the same version of it. This is a Mamba. and it is made by Jason Christensen. I met Jason at a Mag 40 class in Utah with the Gun Dudes. And this is from Concealment Solutions, Jason Christensen, and it's the Mamba. This is a holster that I currently wear. I will freely say this, that I think the design elements of this holster took what Mark Craighead did, and he has improved upon it. Now, there's a couple of things that I do like about this holster relatively well. The first thing that I like about the holster is it has a little bit longer, if you compare the two of them, has a little bit longer holster, or pistol coverage rather. The second thing is you can see that a very well defined front sight slot, which means that the holster doesn't snag on the front side as the gun is dropped in and out of it, which is a big plus in my book. The other thing that I like, and I think this is a great improvement, if you can see right here, the clips on this are far superior to what the Crossbreed holster is. This holster is also available. You can order this from Jason Christensen. All you simply have to do is text Flash Mob to his phone, and he'll know that you want one of these. But seriously, this is currently what I consider to be the state of the art on inside the pants carry holster. It's what I wear every single day of the week. You see what I put into it. I would give this a definite recommendation. The other ones, I think, all serve a purpose, and I don't think you would go really wrong with them, but I think this is the best on the market currently. Thanks.